Alright guys, it's Husky here, and I'm going to try and give a very simple but informative run through of car modding for CarX. So, in the description below there's going to be a link to this folder. So it comes with the car setup. That's just storing the assets that we're going to take from Forza. Car template's going to be a blank XML, I'll explain that later. Car IDs is going to be all the car IDs you need for cars inside of CarX. And then Forza Studio. The reason I chose Forza Studio is we're going to be converting from Forza Motorsport 4 today, which is by far one of the simplest Forzas to convert from. That's why I chose it. It's just easy to get through, and you get to understand the basic ideas of conversions. Anyway, this link will be in the description as well, so you can choose from a bunch of fucking, like 700 different models in it. You can explore the website deeper, but I'm not going to be doing tutorials, even though they're all very similar for converting. So I was going to get this. You need to sign up for this website. It's not very hard. It is all in Russian though, so you might need a translator of some sort as well, like a in-page translator, to figure out what the fuck's actually going on and where to click and all that shit. So once you find what your car you want to do, just going to download it. And you need to click Mediafire, then wait 15 seconds, then a Mediafire link should pop up. I've already downloaded it. So we got this over here. You'll get a RAR folder. It basically has the Subaru itself and the wheels. So we're just going to grab the Subaru itself, which is this folder here. Now first we're just going to grab the textures. Going to copy, paste them into here. So this is just the car asset holder. Then you go to Forza Studio and take this XTX document, application. Take that back to the texture folder and give it and then paste it in. So the thing you want to convert that came from the car folder is these XDS texture files. Now those are Forza textures. So you just want to drag and drop each XDS into XTX. Fucking a lot of X's in there. Holy shit. Yeah. So once they're all done as well, you will need Photoshop. So we're gonna. I already tried to record the tutorial, but I already fucked it up. So here's the hoping again. Just gonna go into any program like image converter, because the problem with the target folders files that it gives you is they can sometimes carry across transparency, which will give you some annoying bugs. Then we're gonna save these back into the textures folder, but we're gonna save them as PNGs this time, so that transparency bug doesn't happen. It doesn't happen every time, but it is very fucking annoying when it does happen. There might be random cuts here and there. My CPU's fucked up at the moment, so my computer just randomly stops responding. But anyway, we're just going to save it out to the same spot, same name. We're just going to give it the PNG extension. Save it. Same for this next one. Save it. PNG. Same for the last one. Oh no, change to PNG. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now that all that's converted, we can start getting into our 3D models. So once we have all the textures converted, we're going to go into Forza Studio, open up Forza Studio. I already had one open from the tutorial I fucked up earlier. Anyway, so we're going to go File, Import, go to your car folder, should be... Alright, so go into your car folder, should be look like this, and then open up. It comes in two separate things you need. So it's going to be the cockpit and the LOD0. So it's going to start with cockpit, which is obviously the interior. You'll see nothing when you first get in here. Just give this the checkbox that's next to the plus, and it'll select everything. How to navigate this software is WAS and D. Move your camera like this, and then the arrow keys. Move your controller like look around. Q and E are up and down. Yeah, that's out of the way now. So right click it, export checked. Car model. I'm gonna call it yeah, we're gonna right click, export extract checked, car model. And I did this but it crashed, so again we're gonna go in, just fucking save and replace. I'm gonna go once it says done, go file again, import, go back to the Subaru folder. Find the LOD0, which is the body parts, do the same thing, export checked to the same folder. Now we're done with this for now. So we're going to go into Maya. So I'm going to be using Maya. You can use Blender, 3ds, whatever the fuck. as long as you can figure out how to do each of the basic things I'm going to be doing. So it should just be scaling, material creation, and then material creation with textures, all basic shit, renaming, grouping, so they should all do the exact same thing. So anyway, we're going to go to the Subaru folder, car model. So there you see these two other files here, the MTL, they're just material, so we're just going to leave those out for now. Drag and drop the interior in. I'm going to select it all, group it. I'm going to go interior, INT, so we know what's what. Model, we're going to go body, drag and drop. Grab all the body pieces, make it another group, and just call that body. Yep. Then I'm just going to group both of them together so they're all in the same central group at the same pivot point. You get the wheels if you go into side view, select those and just delete those because you don't need those for CarX. If there's anything else we don't need, no, I think that's all. That's part of the cage, I believe. Yep. Alright, anyway, now that we've got this here, we're going to start by adding some material. So we're going to go to the interior, which we can get rid of that. So yeah, it's on the other one. Just get rid of pieces you know are on the body as well. So we're going to the interior again. Get rid of these, because that's already in there. Oh, it's not. That's alright, well, we'll just leave it for now. I won't get too fucking into it, otherwise I'll just get lost and everyone else will too. It won't be a good tutorial. Anyway, so yeah, select everything that everything from the interior you don't want to be painted. So for the hood, we're gonna just hide that for now. Hide the hoods, so I can hide that, hide that. Yep, I should have picked something with like less parts, but it's alright. These two, you don't want these to be you don't want these to be painted either. You've got the interior on them either. Get rid of all of them, and the windows as well. Especially we don't want an interior on them. We're going to put a material tag on them. Get rid of all of them, and then select basically everything now. We'll fix it up later because not everything will need interior, but most things will in this group. So new material. We're going to go call this just int, so we know what the fuck's it is. Go file. This is where we put the file into the material. So we'll go to the texture folder and we'll need interior PNG, which is this. So now when we select that and turn on material view, you will see our interiors pretty much textured. Now some parts around here will need other tileable textures, but for now what we can do is go new material, and we'll just blend it to the color of the seat. So it's going to call this black. This is another material you use a lot, so we're just going to make it a little bit darker. Yep. Going to add it to the other shit from here. That's confusing. This is all not confusing, but it's weird, so I'll explain that later. It's going to add to that as well. Now we're pretty much sorted from that. You're going to add black to that as well. Yep. Yeah, that looks fine for now. You see a bit of stretching, but overlay between the interior and body that have the same pieces, but we won't worry about that now. Anyways, you can see here, you know, our car's, you know, interior is pretty much textured. It needs the black on that as well. Yep, that. Yeah, so that's basically for the interior. So now the body, you're gonna select all on the same mesh again, by itself. Hide the back window. I don't know what piece that is. Gonna give these the black material. I shouldn't spend too much on this, but you know, just the general setup. Hide these windows. Make these black. And then hide the black pieces because we're gonna do the thing again. We're gonna apply the material to everything here. So get rid of the spoilers as well. or that spoiler at least. Now we select everything. We'll need to fix this again later, but this is basically what you do. Now we're going to go new paint. This is going to be our first material ID. So new material whatever. Just dependent on material name in this one, so just go capital P and then paint. Now that will make it so the in-game sliders control the color of the car and all that good shit like that. What you can do too is you can change the color so you know what you're working with. I usually like to make it a dark red so I can see what's, you know, body and what's not. So I think I've hidden those. Yeah. The next one we're going to do is windows, so we're going to put all the windows back in. I was going to put basically everything back in now because we're ready to move on. Yeah, sorry if this is a bit slow. I usually don't think when I'm doing this. I just sort of do it. So to explain it back is a bit different for me. Yeah, we'll put all the plastics back on there. So the plastics are black. Yep, that's good. So now we're going to grab all the windows. Go same as before. New material. It's another material ID, so it's dependent on the name. And this one's just called glass. Real simple. We give it some transparent. You don't need to do this, but I do it so I can see through and I know what's the window. So yeah, there we go. It's not too bad at all. We're gonna give the hood here paint. Whatever the fuck that is. Paint. Yep. Hide that. Oh, I guess I've got some shit still hidden. Yeah, I've got a lot of shit still hidden. Just gonna unhide these. Unhide these so I see everything that I'm working with. I guess the interior has the rest of it, yep. Unhide everything, yep, there we go. Hide that one more time so we can just get the paint on that one. And then we'll add some black to this, just because you can see it through the hood. Again, it's just real quick, you know, fixes the materials and shit like that. We're going to actually get these the fuck out of here for now, because that's not part of the tutorial, unfortunately. You see things like badges and stuff, that's just, what's that? So we'll go, this is helpful. See, it's got a tag on it, so Forza names these, so it needs glass, so we'll just chuck a glass on it. Did that fucking do it? Glass. Yeah, so now you can see through it, and I'm gonna just hide that, I did not mean to hide that. So that's meant to be black, you know, you just go through, read the materials, anything that looks weird, make it the right thing. Yeah, this is, yet again, not important shit I'm getting too fucking in-depth with, that you can all sort out yourselves anyway, so we'll move on. Slap glass on the fucking lights at the front here. Hide them, now select the, I think that's meant to be glass as well, correct, yep. Now for these, you're gonna go to, oh, I painted everything, yep, my bad. Anyway, so this is just another quick fix we're gonna do. So again, a new material, blend, it's gonna call it lights, because everything shares the same light texture sheet. We'll go put another texture into it. File, fucking lights, LED 0, PNG. Yep, now we're gonna grab that material again. Apply. Now I've got a hotkey for G that makes it the like same action as before, so that's just adding the lights. So it's gonna press G. Yep, that's got all the lights. Same with the lights on the back. You know, just gonna hide the glass bits. I don't think that was glass actually. Yep. Just apply it to everything that needs it. So another helpful thing you can do is go over here to the search bar. I don't know if yours will have this, it should. Hide it, and then you select everything. We're going to isolate select so we can see it all. I'm going to unselect those and that. And now we're going to just select everything that's not, see how the black came up as well, because it's called black glass. It was not specific enough of a search, but anyway. keep everything selected that needs glass. Just the mass way to do it. Right click and apply to. See now, yeah, we got some nice headlights. You know, the texture behind and the glass. Same for the tail lights. Same thing. And yeah, so this is the basics of the materials and all that. You know, you might want to add, you know, black to that to replicate a bit of carbon. Okay, another material tag I'll tell you about as well is it's a new one actually, which is really nice. It's something we've been waiting for a while. It's like a reflective material. Believe it or not, we never had that before. We had to use a weird method of glass. But anyway, so the new material tag for that is it's pretty interesting. It's just P capital underscore then like anything. So it's gonna call it chrome. And it takes into account the material color and adds a glossy shine to it, which is nice. So yeah, something like that. What we can do as well is search for chrome. And grab basically anything. Again, we'll do it by the masses. Anything that needs chrome, and we'll add that same material to it. Wherever the fuck I just put it, it's right there. Yeah. The chrome's done. I think this grill's meant to be black. We'll see what it's called actually. We'll change the put the paint tag on this as well. Just go quickly through and add it to everything that needs it. I'm pretty sure for the most, yeah, this will be carbon and then rubber trim. I guess these will be chrome. Do they have the material? Yeah, they got the material tag ready because we did the mass thing. Yep. I guess we'll just make this black for now as well. And then for that, yeah, that looks pretty good. I guess we'll add chrome to the exhaust as well. And there might be yeah, there's something inside of there to block the so you can't see through it. We'll just make those black as well. Oh, yeah, can't forget the fucking windscreen wipers. Make them black. Now we can go basically through and go delete unused nodes, and it'll give us what we have left. So yeah, this is the basic setup here. I don't know, that's not meant to be chrome, but it is, isn't it? That'll be fine. We'll sort that out later. But yeah, now we basically have the car with all the textures on it. Now I know I'm taking much longer, fucking 14 minutes already for this bullshit. In full record, I'll chop it up later because there's been a few delays. But yeah, this is the basics of having it set up in 3D, ready for CarX to an extent. So the next thing would be, I guess the next thing basically is getting, so you want to group up the steering wheel as well. This is just, you know, more pre-planning for later. Oh, come on, don't be a bitch. There we go. So now, to get it ready for in-game, we need to scale it and make sure it's facing the... Hold on, let me just fucking quickly fix these bastards. My bad. Black. So basically what I do to get the scale like near enough to where it doesn't take ages is I take an existing mod that I've made from a not similar car, just to get a rough idea of like the shape and size and wheelbase. So I'll take an FBX of one of my older mods, drag and drop it in. Now in some scenarios this will break shit, so if that does, just please say, yeah, fucking hell, let me just take my own fucking advice here. I call it prep save before, because sometimes it'll inherit the same name, change some scaling, rotation, shit like that. And I accidentally just opened fucking, yep, did it again. Alright, so we'll drag in my NSX Rocket Bunny. Give it a fucking second to sort itself out. You see right there, it changed the orientation. I don't know why it does that, because it's called group. I'm just going to take if something like that happens, just take it out of it, because then we'll have the same group here. Go down next to it, and now you see what we need to do. So I need to make it a bit bigger, and drag it down. Now you just need to roughly get it in like a ballpark figure, not exactly the same size or anything like that. So I guess now we can fucking delete that for now. Now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna fiddle around real quick and get rid of some of this weird collision and shit. So it's basically caused by, you know, duplications of shit. So we're gonna delete that. If it deletes something important like it did there, so there's a black space now, go back. I'm just gonna give it the color black, see if that fixes it. Delete unused nodes because the NSX came through and fucking added a bunch of shit. So yeah, there was the one that was overlapping. It's from the interior file. So anyway, I'm going to stop getting hung up on fucking adding materials in front of you, so you get the basics of it now and get to the next step, which will basically, yeah, be ready for CarX. So what we want to do is, say if your car, you don't want to add customization and you just want a specific look, you do that like this. It's going to be a very basic thing to understand, but I'm going to probably explain it terribly because I can't explain things very well. You basically export the car. So say if we want interior, say yep, so we want the interior, but what body do we want? Say we want to get, alright, we'll go through and we'll go through this. Actually, I'll do this now. What I was trying to say is I fucking won't do this now. I'm trying to fucking use my words here. Just gonna put that back interior. So we're just gonna do the stock one for now, then I'll do another tutorial later on customization so you get how it works. Just gonna search bumper. I'm gonna take FA, which will be hopefully the stock one. So bumper F and bumper front, obviously. A being the fucking first one. Gonna group that up and then hide every other front bumper. Seems to be a bumper A. Hide every other one, so we just got the stock one. I think I accidentally grouped it. No, that's alright. So I'm just gonna call this F bumper A. That's good for sorting reasons later, organization, etc. I wonder if I think it's got more than one. Oh no, it's just got one. That's even better for us. So we just got that one. So bumper bumper A. Sorry. So got that grouped. Get the spoiler out of here for now. So yeah, now at this point, essentially, even though I probably took way too long to explain each individual part, we now have a very basic car setup. So now what I'm going to go through is if I can change that to black real quick. It's not that really matters, you can see under the car in CarX, unless you flip or some shit like that. But yeah, now, my fucking steering wheel's gone. That's, you know, least of our worries at the moment. So now I'm just going to drag and select everything that's in the scene at the moment. So I don't like to click everything because that'll take everything, even if it's hidden. We got a bit of a situation here. I'll fucking fix that later. It's not that bad. So you want to go to your CarX folder. Now we're gonna take from here the template. We're gonna rename it to, we got Subaru RS. Gonna open it. Now this is really basic. I'm not gonna get too in depth with it this time. I'm just gonna teach you the basics of what you need to know. So here we got list car ID, the first one. So that'll take, you know, into account the car IDs in game and what you want to replace. Now, considering it's a Subaru, I'm gonna change it to the Subaru in game if I can quickly find it, which I probably won't be able to. So these are all the IDs in the game. I think it's updated with not the newest DLC, not with the newest Beamer and shit like that, but it's pretty up to date. Oh, what do we got in here? Subaru. You guys, yep, 26. You guys have seen it probably 7 times over. Yep, so 26. We're just gonna take that ID. It's pretty close. 26. I'm gonna save it. Now this, I was notified by my friend to make this only 3 digits, so we're gonna go 834, it's something fucking random. Make sure it's the same one, 834. So ID, these just need to be the same. That's the car ID. That's just the unique ID you're giving it. And here's another important thing. This is the name of it, Subaru RS. So I'm just going to copy and paste that so we know what it is. Now it's important here you add your extension. So I'm using FBX, you might be using OBJ, whatever. Just make sure it's .extension. What extension you're using, sorry. And now we can save up out of this, close it. We'll go back to the Subaru RS, the folder we renamed. Now we're going to drag and take all this, copy, export selection, no, not copy, sorry, export selection. Going to go out, and we're going to go, hold on, my bad, I should have chucked it over. So you're going to drag and drop the Subaru RS folder into car mods, or your car mods folder. Going to open it, yep, now we're going to drag and export. Very important that we use the same name we use in the folder, the car XML, sorry, so Subaru RS, and export. Make sure for FBX embed media is on. Scale factor of 1, automatic. Now this is another thing I can't explain very well because I've had my Maya set up properly. If it's too big or too small, you can't see the car, just change the scale setting. Mine's on automatic by 1, which seems to work. I'm pretty sure that's centimeters or meters, either. I don't know how to explain it that well, so I'm not going to get too far into it, unfortunately. So once that's all exported, now we're going to go to CarX. Okay, now that my game's finally fucking open, let's search for the export we just made. So it's under the Subaru, which should be this. Maybe it was a Supra. Maybe I fucked up and put it on the Supra. Anyway, customization, body kits. Now I've got too many fucking Subaru mods installed, so I've got to go through these one by one, unfortunately. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background, he's freaking the fuck out, sneezing and shit everywhere, so that's not it, but there's a nice mod. Here it is, fucking, so there you go, you can see it's a little fucked up in some areas. So you can see the nice, there's a fucking good example of it. Nice chrome material we got, now that it actually reflects, unlike before, that's a really nice update to it. So you can see overall, the body paint is controlled from the item, the material ID by this, which is good. Glass is controlled by this, which is good. Got that function working. I'm not 100% sure what the chrome's controlled by. But yeah, that's the basics of it. So now, we now need... fucking English, please. We now know that we need to bring the car back and up a little bit. That's a really fucking easy fix anyway. So yeah, it's basically... You can basically just jump in. Fucking, I don't know how to use this new menu yet. Fucking A. Now, obviously, a lot of shit won't be working because we didn't set up. This is just a very basic convert. So if I turn on the driver, he's probably in the wrong fucking seat or a little bit off place. So yeah, I think the car needs to be a smidge bigger as well. Yeah, it's in the game, so that's the basics of it. Just to fix a few things. You would drag it, back and forth, up, make it a little bit bigger in our case. So I'm going to close that. Now, I would love to go in-game and out-of-game seamlessly and give you on-the-fly instructions, but it's really hard to do when my game takes 4 minutes to open. So we grab the entire thing, make it a bit bigger, move it forward and up. I think it was back and up a little bit, micro adjustments. Re-export, shit like that. So Subaru RS, just fucking replace it. Yep. Then you could go back into game, check it again, see if it fits. Another thing you can do that I'm just going to skim over because it's more about your understanding of it. Open the car XML and here we've got the wheelbases. So rear Z is the Z fucking in-game directions. So that's basically from left and right. This way, so say if the car was the perfect size, I've had my mouse off this whole time, I apologize. That's pretty fucking shitty, but you can probably still guess what's going on here. Yeah, so what the fuck was I saying before I realized I fucked up again? Yeah, the wheel Z, so basically if we look on side view, say if the car's the perfect size, say the back wheel perfectly fits up but the front doesn't, you can individually control the wheels through this car XML. So say if the front wheel wasn't lined up properly, we go into front base Z, then minus, and then you add a 5. Save that, go into CarX, see what that changed, and it's all about little micro adjustments. Width is obviously like, width on the car, so you can put that in or out to fit your model. Just make sure you save it afterwards, and yeah. So that's basically it for the very basic conversions, like getting the material tag set up, getting the model converted, and all that shit. I'll make another tutorial about all the dummies and explaining, the customization in depth further. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that fucking helped. If not, I'm sorry I was so unorganized. Just shoot me a message on Discord and I'll hopefully reply as soon as I possibly can. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.